Dear Boomers, today I want to talk about the 5 habits that increase longevity. And of course, we all want to live a little bit longer. It's hard to let go of this life and so forth and so on. But today, one of my friends came over and he is 75 and he is looking for a job. And it was a wonderful conversation, finding a job nowadays at this age is a little difficult. They don't value our experience when they give us a job, and they don't pay us more because of our experience when we get one of those 9 to 5 jobs. However, I told him about some of this online um, opportunity that he could think about because he would enjoy staying at home. He has his Macintosh computer, and also my friend is very active and he walks and he rides his bicycle, and he might be having some problems bending over a little bit. But anyway, I have always admired his ability to stay active and to be a forward thinking person. Um, when we get to be our age, when we are boomers and senior citizens, and I guess people who are in their 80s and older, or the silent generation, we can develop habits to keep us alive and aware. Um, it's very important. So we can commit to these habits and just say over the next 20 days um, or 30 days, we will all start to feel more alive. So the first one, now this is compiled by Dr. Rangan Chatterjee. I think this book is called The 4-Pillar Plan: Relax, Eat, Move, and Sleep. It's a very thick book, and I'm enjoying it. I am actually using it more as a research tool. So he says that we should learn to say no, 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 to things that do not make us happy, that don't develop our psyche, that don't say no to things that don't give you joy. He says, get clear on your values. What is important to you? Write down your top 3 values. And he said for him it is curiosity, compassion, and integrity. And he knows, and by knowing your values, it helps you decide what is truly worth your time. Time, which does not really exist, but when we're trying to have a day-to-day existence doing the stuff that we have to do, maybe to make money or not, there is a limited amount of linear time at our disposal. But when we get into a opening our consciousness to no time, to infinity, we will experience life at a whole new level. I mean, time is non-existent when we look at life from that elevated plateau of consciousness. So when you know what matters most to you, you can, delegate your time to meet your joy. Delegate your time to meet your joy. And so take a few minutes at the end of every day to decide what went well and what can I do differently. These are compassionate and powerful questions, and they allow you to celebrate small wins and identify areas for growth without guilt or shame, whether it is a positive interaction with a colleague, or choosing a healthy meal, or celebrating these wins reminds you that even small steps count. One of the things that Matt Dix recommends, who is the storyteller guy, and I interviewed him on my channel here, he talks about homework for life. Homework for life. So this is fits into what at the end of the day you just you review your day, the review of the day, and you have a journal called Homework for Life, and then at the end of the day you actually note the things that happened. um, you might be doing the same things every day, but write those things down. And the whole idea is, now I've been doing this for a while, and I want to study a little bit more how I can use Homework for Life and storytelling, which is what Matt Dix is very good at. How can I use my own stories, the Homework for Life, every night before I go to bed? First of all, it is becoming a habit. Sometimes I forget. I look over and I see the notebook. I want the notebook that has my Homework for Life stuff. It's right there. And then I remember, and then I write down a few words. It's not like this long, heavy duty thing. And then I pick, maybe there's a thread that runs through it that I can tell a story about, and that I can weave into, say, these YouTube videos for my dear boomer friends. And so Dr. Chatterjee is very big on walking every day. Walk every day. He says that walking reduces the risk for Alzheimer's and dementia. He says it reduces the risk for cancer. It improves your mental well-being, and it does, because if you're feeling like, oh, just a little bit down, you get out there and you start to walk to me, I have to walk every day for my little Maso. I feel better. I feel great. And it gives you a better quality of life, according to my doctor resource. And it decreases the risk for heart disease and stroke, and it reduces the development of type 2 diabetes. It reduces stress. It reduces the cortisol in the brain. It improves your creativity and your productivity. And it supports your gut health by stimulating movement in your body. So it's a challenge. It's not that much of a challenge. Walking is so cool. Even every half hour or so, every 45 minutes, if you're sitting at home and working at the computer, you can get up and walk around. I have a fence out here. Walk around the fence or walk inside the fence, and walk down the driveway, walk back, and then I tend to take my daily walks towards. Now, the thing is, we were talking about time changes. I was walking at night during the heat of the summer, but now when days are getting shorter, I will start walking at 3 or 3:30 every day to get the walk in. It gets a little too cold at night, so those are the best time for the sun to warm you up as you walk during the winter. And then, of course, that changes in the spring and the summer. Autumn, it's almost like you have to kind of change it towards the end of autumn. But I live in a 4-season environment. I live in central Pennsylvania, where I can adapt my lifestyle to the 4 seasons, and that's what I'm talking about. So people of any age, but especially the boomer and the seniors, we need to have meaningful connections. Oh, that is so important. When my friend Ed came over this morning, I thought, oh, this is great. I have an opportunity to talk to an old friend. He was my husband's one of his oldest friends. And it was just, we didn't talk about my husband, but we did talk about a number of different wonderful things. And that connection made me happy. It uplifted my spirit. And I had a meeting at 8 online, but it was like a mastermind / accountability meeting where we discuss what we want to do for the rest of the week. But I thought it was more important to talk to an old friend, and so you have to make choices. I said no to the online meeting because connection, face-to-face connection, I felt was more important. He says, and to connect with strangers. Just a friendly hello and a smile, or even a short conversation. Dogs are very good for talking to other dog owners, you know. Just the other day, I realized my neighbor at the top of the lane, at the top of the road, has just gotten two Frenchies, and they look like Maso. Maso was so thrilled to meet his two new friends. And then, even further down the street, there's a new Boston Terrier in the new neighborhood. And in the neighborhood, new to them, they built a fenced in yard. And I'm looking forward to him playing with the dog, whose name is Kevin. Okay, so he talks about strength workouts. And he talks about, he says the world is your gym. So when you're walking through a neighborhood or going through the park, you can stop and you can stretch and you can walk faster, walk slower. You can use your walks for any number of different stretching and mobility exercises. I'm lucky because I live about 1,000 steps from a park that I love and I go to every day. He says strength training does not have to be complicated. You can do 5 minutes a day on squats, push-ups, and lunges. And you can do these things while your coffee is brewing in the morning. Another thing he says is to drink 2 full glasses of water before you do drink your coffee. I'm up to 1 glass, and I'm trying to work on the 2nd glass. So, you know, these are habits that aren't that difficult to implement. And we don't have to implement them all at once, but think of them as habits that we can look forward to when we wake up in the morning. And he says it's good to take a morning walk because of the way the sun hits your pituitary, more than likely. So it'll be a video that shows up right here. And take a look and subscribe. Thank you.